Next up on the program is our PAC Student Spotlight. Please welcome Katelyn Edwards. Katelyn, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Now, remind me, when was the last time we saw each other?
Oh goodness. I think it was maybe February of 2020. I think.
Right before everything went to heck in a handbasket.
Yes, yes.
And what were you doing on stage at that time?
My school, North Hardin High School, the choir program was performing Mulan Junior. So yeah, I was an ancestor.
That was one of the last big productions that we were able to get on stage. I think right after you, we had Central Hardin's production of Little Women, the
Oh, okay.
musical,
Oh,
and then that was it. That was it. So, now a lot has changed for you since then. A lot has changed for all of us since then. Uh,
right.
but you at North Hardin haven't had the chance to be on our stage, and that's getting ready to come up with your first concert on our stage since then. And also, you've changed choral directors in that
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, big
Uh,
change.
and a big change. Miss Root was with the program for a long time, and to say that she was a powerful force of nature would be an
Oh, yeah.
understatement.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, how has Miss Lucas filled those shoes with you guys?
She has done a lot, and I cannot think of I think the world of her. She's definitely like Miss Root. And I feel like bad for her because like coming in your first year of like a new school to like own up to like Miss Root and the COVID, you can't
On
like
top of that, you're right.
yeah, like she can't do anything. And so that's my heart goes out to her in that aspect because like I know she's really trying and I
She,
know
oh
she
yeah,
has so potential. Like she has so much like she's so good. I just wish I could experience a little bit more with her because without COVID, because like I'm sure that would have been so fun. But she's basically just like a mini Miss Root and I love her and I think the world of her. And I cannot wait for her to like shine up because without COVID, because I know that hold her back. But it's
yeah.
so
She has really, really been out there swinging for you guys and trying to make
yes,
this
she
happen.
does everything she can, and, like, it means a lot to us.
So by the time this airs, your concert will have been performed
Mhm.
and will probably be running on HCEC TV in some fashion. Tell us a little bit about the concert this year and how it's going to be different than the last concert you did at the PAC.
Okay, so, there's a little bit less students now because people have done, like, OLA, which is the Online Learning Academy. It's gonna be a little bit different because normally we have, like, singular acts during, like, each, like, performance of, like, class, and we can only do, like, 3 this year because of, like, COVID and, like, all the safety measures that add up to that. So that's a little different, but and then we have to wear a mask, obviously,
Mm.
um, and we're a little bit more, like, more spaced out than usual, and we can't, like I know there's some songs I don't wanna, like, spoil it, I guess, but there's some songs where, like, most of the time we probably would have, like, partner dances and stuff, but we can't do that. So that's it's just a little bit here and there, but honestly, though, other than that, it's pretty much mostly normal for the most part. I mean, it's most normal we can get with COVID, but, I mean, I'm still excited for it, and it's gonna be great. So
Yeah, I think you just said it in a nutshell. We are doing the most normal that we can.
yes.
Now, you said this is your last year at North. You're a senior there, and what do you see down the road for you after this season?
Hopefully a lot, but I'm gonna go to college at Campbellsville University. My major is kind of unknown right now. There's a few like options. I love performing, and I hope to like do that down my career. Maybe like a plan B for me would be like to be like I would love to like follow Miss Root and Miss Lucas's steps and be a choir teacher who does show choir and who does musical theater because like that's where my heart is and that's where my passion is. Um, I my dream would be like I would love to be a film actress, but I don't know that's up there. But yeah, I would love to major in music education. I don't know if that's for sure. And I want to minor in international studies. That's like a whole different thing though. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to be music teacher and just inspire kids and do the best that they can. So
Well, tell me a little bit about your interest in international studies. Where did that come about?
I honestly have no idea. I I'm a part of Severn's Valley Baptist Church, and one of the missions that they do is they go to Nicaragua. And so originally my dad and my brother were just gonna go. And then my mom was like, why don't we all go? And I was not excited for it, to be honest with you. I was just like, it's a different country and like I was scared. But I loved it. And so I think ever since then I love diversity. I love culture. And so I just want to learn more about that and expand. And I love to travel. And so just learning about different people and just, where they come from is just really cool to me. So
Well, and I think that's for me, that's a big part of the performing arts is
yeah,
exploring
exactly.
other
Right.
cultures. You were in a production in Mulan, and I'm betting you learned a lot about that culture
Yes.
that you
Yeah, yeah,
did
we
not
did.
know beforehand. I
Mhm.
just think it's how we share our culture with others and how we learn about other cultures best is through
Right.
performing arts. And so it'd be
Yeah,
really interesting to see how that ties into your career goals
right.
down the
I
road.
didn't think about it like that, to be honest,
Yeah.
until you said that. So I'm glad you said that.
What are you doing, after your concert? What are your next plans? What's filling out the rest of your senior year? Anything else you're looking forward to other than graduating, of course?
Right. Well, during school, I know that she's told us we would do a lot of karaoke, which is really fun to do because you can hear like all the students next to you. Because like some people they just don't sing, which is fine. Like they just don't like they just want to stay in the back, which is totally fine. But then whenever we have karaoke and everyone's singing, they're like, "Oh, I want to do it too." And there's some powerful voices in there, and you don't notice that. And so whenever just hearing everybody sing like that, that's really exciting. So I'm looking forward to like doing karaoke and choir and just having fun with each other. Because like, I don't know, I choir 3 times a day in my school, so just having that 3 times and, like, seeing different people just seeing all that. So that's what I'm looking forward to after our concert.
Do you think it's given, more opportunity for the students in choir to excel and show their talents, because there's so many fewer people in chorus this year? Has it kind of been a silver lining to the cloud?
I think so in a way, yes, yes, sir. Because like, when you have, like, a lot of people and then, like, like, sing together, a lot of people can be very intimidating sometimes, and I think having a little bit less and especially when we were in hybrid schedules, I think that was, like, a lot better for some students because, like, especially, my 3rd period classes are, like, our concert choir, so that's, like, more of, like, the beginner class or, like, the incoming freshmen, like, a lot of people go, um and so just having that and, like, having that being introduced to them and there's only, like, 8 to 15 kids in there, and it really gives them a lot of opportunities to just like, "Hey, like, I'm gonna be comfortable with this." And so, yeah, I think definitely.
Speaking of opportunities, where do you see yourself after college? What would you like to be? I know you talked about being in films. Are you looking to move to the East Coast or the West Coast? Are you wanting to stay local? What are you thinking?
That's a great question. I don't even know for sure the answer to that. I have a lot of like my mind is everywhere with that. For the longest time, I did want to go to the West Coast and like because that's always been like a passion of mine, and I think still would be really cool to move there. Sometimes like I don't know if I want to stay local, if I want to like move around and expand my horizons on like what state to live in, what best opportunities are there for me. So that's still up in the air for me, and I wish I knew the answer to that, but.
Well, how do you think the pack has helped you with reaching those goals, those opportunities?
It's the pack is very inspiring to me. It's a
Oh,
lot like, a lot of memories from, like, my greatest memories have been made there, and whenever I go to the pack, it just reminds me of, like, this is why you're doing this, like, this is why, like, this is the goal you have, and just seeing the pack and being there and just being on that stage, it reminds me, like, this is why I wanna do it because, like, it's just so empowering and inspiring, and you just have people who work there who know so many people, and the people who perform there have, like, gone way above and beyond, like, like, what I thought, like, could, be imaginable, so that's how, like, PAC has been very inspiring to me and
well,
helped.
I'm inspired by all that you students are trying to get done in the middle of this pandemic, and I draw inspiration from you guys and everything that you're doing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you here later this month at the pack. And thank you for doing
Of
this today. I really appreciate your time.
course, of course.
That's Katelyn Edwards, a North Hardin senior, and our pack student spotlight.